The Palladium Experience Point System by Kevin C. Mbita. Except in specially devised scenarios and tournaments, there is no winner in a role-playing game. The accumulation of heroic deeds, friends, prestige, weapons, equipment, knowledge and skills can be construed to be the results of winning. If a character survives and meets with success in his endeavors, that is winning. However, there are rewards besides the acquisition of material goods and reputation, and those are developing your character's skills, knowledge, and abilities. This is accomplished through the gathering of experience points. Why an experience point system? The reason I use an experience point system is that I find them extremely realistic and practical. Training is useful, but there is no substitute for experience. I don't know how many times I have read a comic book with the main character thinking to himself something like, only my years of experience enabled me to beat him, or he's good, but lacked the years of experience and training to handle the situation. Practical experience in the field is an important and real factor in the development of a character. In this game, the player's character begins his career as a hero. The character has studied, practiced, trained, plotted, and planned. He or she is ready physically and emotionally to take on the challenges of the post-apocalyptic world, but no matter how well prepared, the character still lacks practical experience. Likewise, the characters generally start with the slight disadvantage of not having fully developed their skills, powers, and abilities. Like any youngster, they've got to learn these things through use and experimentation. The experience system is specifically designed so that characters will mature fairly rapidly, tapering off as they reach higher levels of experience, around the 5th and 6th level. Why do the experience levels only go to level 15? Because characters are not likely to ever reach that level, even after years of regular play. In my original Palladium fantasy role-playing game registered playtest campaign, after 2.5 years of regular, weekly, long, average 9 hours, playing SES Science, the characters averaged 7th to 9th level and were progressing ever so slowly toward the 10th level. Also, a high-level character is not necessarily all that fun to play unless the campaign maintains a high level of challenge and adventure. Experience points and their application, the subjective method of observation and logic introduced in the Palladium role-playing game, has been so well received that I'm just transplanting it into After the Bomb Registered. I feel that any twit can punch out or blast a villain that just crawled out of the woodwork. Most experience systems concentrate on the kill factor, but what about the thought process? What about the decisions, plans, or motives behind a particular action? Shouldn't cleverness and a cool head count? Aren't these the true ingredients of good role-playing? When a brilliant medical student plays a character with an IQ of 4, and staying firmly in character, saying and doing things as the character would, even though he realizes the stupidity as a player, shouldn't he get experience for playing in character? Hell, yes. The experience point SYSTEM should be just as flexible and subjective as most of the other role-playing rules. Each player's character involved in a given situation / confrontation should receive the appropriate experience points. The Game Master should make a list of his players at the beginning of the game and jot down each player's experience points as they gather them throughout the game. At the end of the Game Master totals each player's points and gives them the total so that they can keep track of their growing experience and skills. The difficulty with this system of determining experience points is subjectivity. The Game Master must utilize the preceding experience outline with some thought. Example, 8 third-level heroes brimming with animal powers and armed to the teeth, attack and subdue one lone, 5th-level bandit. The 8 players should receive experience points for subduing a minor menace. After all, The poor guy didn't have a chance and presented no real threat to the characters. However, if one or two first or second level characters subdued or killed the same bandit, they should receive experience for subduing a major or even a great menace, because the threat and ingenuity involved is much greater. I have found this method stimulates imaginative playing instead of promoting slash and kill. Game masters, don't be Santa Claus heaping wonderful amounts of experience points. Be fair and tolerant. Let your players truly earn their experience points, growing in skill, knowledge, and power. If you have a group of players rising rapidly in experience levels, you will know it's because they are clever and imaginative players. And that's what this game is all about. Character experience levels. A character involved in an adventure gains experience points for his thoughts, actions, and deeds. As these experience points accumulate, the character will reach new plateaus indicating his continual growth, development, and mastery over his powers and skills. Each time a player's character accumulates enough experience points to reach the next level of experience, their skills increase accordingly. In some instances, their powers also increase in range, duration, power, slash damage, and scope. Example, when a first-level mutant animal has accumulated 1,951x experience points, he has attained the second level. All his skills become the second level, meaning that he can perform them at a higher level of proficiency. A clever plan, a quick attack, all earn experience points. The more experience points a character receives, the higher the level he attains and the greater his abilities. Players, be certain to keep a careful record of the experience given to you at the end of each game. When a character attains